Ever have those mornings? You slept, technically, but you wake up feeling heavy, still tired.
Oh, definitely. The alarm goes off and you're just dragging.
Exactly. And so you reach for that strong coffee. You need that immediate jolt, right?
The quick fix.
Yeah, the quick fix. But then maybe 2 hours later, bam, the energy just plummets.
And sometimes you get those shakes or your heart's doing a little tap dance.
Yes. That feeling of just being not quite right, even though you're trying. It's so common. So today, we're actually going to dive deep into something maybe a bit different, something warm, light, healthy, green tea.
Ah, yes.
And we want to unpack how this ancient drink could maybe be a shortcut to better focus, more steady energy, and just, overall well-being.
And it's interesting you frame it like that because green tea isn't just like a beverage, it's almost a gateway, really.
A gateway? How so?
Well, it can help build these small habits, tiny things that support your body, your brain, heart, even your skin. It's kind of a holistic thing.
Right.
The scope is pretty surprising, actually.
Okay, holistic. I like that. Let's unpack this then. And maybe the best way is to start with a story. Someone we're calling Anna, who kind of found this out firsthand.
Okay.
So Anna, she's a writer. Her typical morning started around 7 a.m., feeling, like I said, heavy, mind felt, foggy, unfresh.
The usual routine.
Right. Her go-to, strong coffee for that initial kick,
Gotta get going somehow.
But like clockwork, couple hours in, energy drop, shakiness, heartbeat a bit too fast, almost every single day.
That sounds exhausting, honestly, the up and down.
Totally. And this is where her friend Mia comes in with just a really simple suggestion.
Just like that.
Yep. Mia just says, why don't you try green tea instead of coffee? Simple as that. But Anna, well, he wasn't really familiar with it. Didn't know what to expect.
Yeah, a lot of people think of it as maybe just weak tea or something monks drink.
Right. So the next morning, Anna thinks, okay, what have I got to lose? She boils the water, lets it cool just a bit.
Good first step.
Puts in a teaspoon of green tea leaves. And right away, she notices this aroma. Soft, kind of fresh. She takes a sip. And the taste is light. Calming, actually.
Not the intense hit of coffee.
Not at all. But here's the kicker. The immediate difference in how she felt. Her mind. Suddenly clear. Sharp. But her body felt relaxed.
Ah, that's the interesting part.
Yeah. No shaking, no racing heart, just calm and awake. At the same time, she just thought, this feels good.
And that right there, that immediate shift Anna felt, that's kind of the change beginning, isn't it?
Change beginning.
Yeah, it really shows how these small, accessible changes can actually lead to pretty big results in how you feel day to day, how you function.
It makes sense. And it's not just a new fad, is it? This green tea thing has deep roots.
Oh, incredibly deep. You're talking about a natural gift, really, that's been used for, over 4,000 years? Especially in China and Japan.
4,000 years. That's wow.
And what's fascinating here is how it was used. You have, say, Buddhist monks drinking it before meditation.
Why then?
To stay awake, alert, but also peaceful. That calm focus we were just talking about.
Okay, that fits.
And then you have samurai warriors. They'd use it before battle.
For focus, too. And strength.
Exactly. Focus and sort of inner fortitude. The fact that it was used for such different reasons for so long, it really hints at something special.
So fast forward to today, what does science tell us? I know it's packed with something called antioxidants.
That's the key. Yeah, it's absolutely loaded with them.
And antioxidants are just generally good for us, right? They protect our cells.
Basically, yes. Think of them as tiny bodyguards for your cells. They help protect against damage, which is good for, pretty much everything, your skin, your heart, even help support your brain function.
Okay. And is there one specific antioxidant in green tea that's the star?
There is. It's a type of catechin called EGCG. Epigallocatechin gallate, if you want the full name, but EGCG is fine.
EGCG, got it.
And this one is very powerful. Research suggests it's really effective at fighting some of the processes behind aging, managing stress at a cellular level, and potentially helping ward off certain diseases.
Wow.
There's even an old saying, something like, 1 cup of green tea a day keeps many problems away. Maybe a bit simplistic, but there's a grain of truth there based on compounds like EGCG.
And this connects back to Anna, the writer. She mentioned struggling with concentration, right? But after switching to green tea, she said her mind just felt clear, consistently clear. And importantly, it wasn't that wired, anxious feeling she got from coffee. It was focused, but calm.
Yes. And that specific feeling, that's down to a really unique combination in green tea. It does have some caffeine, usually less than coffee,
Okay, a little bit of caffeine.
but it's paired with something really special called L-theanine.
L-theanine. Okay, what did that do?
L-theanine is an amino acid, and it basically helps you feel calm. It promotes relaxation without making you drowsy.
Ah, so it counteracts the caffeine jitters.
Exactly. But it's more than just counteracting, it's synergy. The L-theanine works with the caffeine. So the caffeine provides the alertness, keeps the brain active.
Right.
And the L-theanine brings the calm, the focus, keeps the body peaceful. It smooths out the caffeine's edges. It's actually a very rare combination to find naturally.
Awake and calm. That is unusual.
It really is. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, well, that's why it's become such a go-to for people who need sustained mental clarity, students studying, professionals working on complex tasks, creative people. They choose it for that exact reason. Steady focus.
Okay, so the medical benefits are clear, but Anna's story had more, right? Here's where it gets really interesting for me. She noticed physical changes too.
Physical effects.
Yeah. After a few weeks of drinking green tea regularly, she just felt lighter. Said she had more energy on her walks.
Okay.
And get this, her clothes started feeling looser. She actually lost a bit of fat, she thought, but without really changing her diet much.
Right. That's another well-researched area. Green tea, particularly the catechins like EGCG again,
Them again.
they seem to help the body burn fat a bit faster. It works by slightly improving the metabolism. Boosting thermogenesis is the technical term.
So like turning up your body's furnace a tiny bit.
That's a good way to put it. Your body becomes slightly more efficient at using energy. This is why some people drink it before exercise, actually.
You burn more calories during the workout.
Potentially, yes. It might help mobilize fat for fuel and maybe even improve endurance slightly. But, and this is really, really important, green tea is not magic.
Okay. The crucial caveat.
Absolutely. It works best when it's part of an overall healthy approach. You know, sensible food choices, regular movement. It's like a gentle helper. It supports your goals. It doesn't achieve them on its own.
That makes total sense. A helper, not a magic wand.
Got it.
Precisely. Okay. And there was one more thing Anna noticed. Her skin.
Oh, yes, the skin benefits.
She mentioned having these small kind of red spots sometimes. Those started clearing up. And generally, her skin just looked smoother, clearer.
Yeah, that's linked to a couple of things. First, the anti-inflammatory properties we talked about. Reducing internal inflammation can definitely show up on your skin.
Makes sense. Less redness.
And second, those antioxidants, especially EGCG, are great at protecting skin cells from damage. Damage from things like pollution, UV rays, general stress. They help keep skin looking younger, more resilient.
So it works from the inside out.
Exactly. I mean, you see green tea extracts in skincare products now, right? Face masks, creams, soaps.
All the time.
And they can be beneficial topically, but honestly, drinking it regularly, getting those compounds working internally, that's probably the best way to really harness those skin benefits long term.
Okay, so if you're listening and thinking, all right, I'm convinced I want to try this.
Yeah.
How do you actually make it to get these benefits? Is there a right way?
There definitely is a better way, yeah. A few simple rules can make a big difference.
Yeah, let's hear them. Rule 1.
Rule 1, don't use boiling hot water. Let it cool down for, say, 30 seconds to a minute after it boils.
Why is that? Burns the leaves.
Sort of. Very hot water can destroy some of the delicate compounds, the catechins, and it can also make the tea taste bitter. So slightly cooler water keeps the nutrients safe and gives a smoother taste.
Good tip. Okay, rule 2.
Don't steep it for too long. 2 to 3 minutes is usually perfect for most green teas.
What happens if you go longer? 5, 10 minutes?
It gets bitter, really bitter sometimes. You extract too many tannins, which makes it astringent and, frankly, not very pleasant to drink. So short steep time.
2 to 3 minutes. Got it. Rule 3.
Keep it simple. Green tea is really best enjoyed plain. No sugar, no milk.
Really? Why no milk or sugar?
Well, sugar obviously adds calories and negates some health aspects. Milk. Some research suggests dairy proteins might bind to the catechins, potentially reducing their absorption. Plus, honestly, they mask the delicate flavor.
Okay, plain it is. What if you want something else?
A slice of lemon is nice. Or a few fresh mint leaves. Those complement the flavor without interfering too much.
Lemon or mint. Okay. Any other rules?
Just maybe a suggestion. Start slow. Don't suddenly swap all your coffee for 5 cups of green tea. Try 1 or 2 cups a day. Maybe 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon. See how you feel. Build the habit gently.
Build the habit. Good advice.
Yeah. Consistency is key.
So let's bring it back together. We heard Anna's story. This simple switch from coffee to green tea became like her favorite part of the day.
A mindful moment.
Yeah, it brought her peace, readiness for the day. It really shows that whole small change, big results idea, doesn't it? Better focus, steadier energy, just feeling good about herself. So what does this all mean, really?
I think it means green tea can be this really effective yet gentle helper in your life.
A gentle helper. I like that framing.
Yeah. And it highlights something broader,
Yeah.
The power of making intentional, healthy choices, even small ones. When you do them consistently, the impact can be pretty profound, which kind of raises a question, doesn't it?
What question is that?
Well, for you listening, what other small, healthy changes might you be overlooking? Things in your daily routine that could perhaps unlock similar benefits if you just paid a little attention to them.
That's a great point. It's not just about green tea, but the principle behind it.
Exactly, the principle of mindful additions.
So maybe the final thought for everyone listening is, will you try it? Will you try green tea? Perhaps tomorrow morning. Just consider how this one small, mindful addition, how that could ripple outwards, maybe leading to significant improvements in your day, your energy, your well-being.
It's definitely worth considering.